Dímelo, mi gente. Que lo que? It's your girl, Danii, back with another podcast episode. And you are listening to SmacktalkDanii. All right. So, today's episode, we are going to be talking about some real shit. Some real shit. And that is mom guilt, right? If you guys saw my last vlog, I kind of touched up on it a little bit, right? About mom guilt, because that shit, nah, that's real. Comment down below, let me know if you are not a mom, if you experience some type of guilt when it comes to a little special baby or a special kid in your life, that you're feeling some type of guilt. I know I've heard stories of like aunties who be feeling some type of guilt when it comes to their nieces and nephews for certain things. So if you are that person, comment down below. I'm interested to know what kind of stories you guys have. So let me just get into a little bit about what mom guilt is. For those of you guys who don't know, mom guilt is when you feel guilty for every motherfucking thing that you aren't doing for your kid, right? And I'm talking about everything stuff that is out of your control, the ridiculous stuff. I know I did a poll on Instagram and I asked my moms out there, like, what is the most ridiculous thing that you have done because of mom guilt? And I'm gonna get back to that in a few, but let me just explain to you guys a little more in depth about what mom guilt is. So the first side of mom guilt that I had experienced was, I think my daughter was like maybe 3 days old, right? And they finally put her in the room with me. She was in the NICU for a couple of hours just to monitor her because I had an emergency C-section. So they wanted to wait like a day or two before putting her in the room I was in or whatever. And they wanted to make sure that I was good because I had just came out of a C-section. In order to be good enough to take care of my daughter, right? So when they finally put her in the room with me, there's this thing called swaddling. So I used to see my daughter like just shake a lot. Like she would like spontaneously shake. And I would be like, yo, what's up? Like, why is she doing this? Because I didn't know. You know, there's a whole handbook that I could probably write about the shit that they don't tell you. About what your newborn gonna be doing. But one of them was that, like the spontaneous sporadic jumping and like these body movements that they obviously don't have no control of. So I asked the nurse, what can I do to kind of prevent this? And she's like, oh, you can swaddle the baby, right? Because the baby's so used to being so tightened up in your stomach and snuggled up that they wasn't really having these movements there, and they're still trying to get accustomed to, like, you know, stretching out and stuff like that. Basically somewhat of what she told me. So I'm like, all right, cool, can you swaddle her up? Can you swaddle my daughter up? So this nurse, she was like, oh, I'm gonna get you the swaddle expert, porque es una vaina grande de que swaddling. So I'm just like, all right, cool. So they get this nurse, they pull this nurse in, and she swaddles my daughter up. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I end up falling asleep for like 2 seconds. Probably, I'm exaggerating. I fell asleep for like 5 minutes maybe. And she's like in the little crib thingy that they put next to your bed. And she's like they put her sideways or whatever. And when I wake up, she has throw up like right next to her. And she's like basically like her head is like on the throw up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my fault because I swaddled her. If I didn't swaddle her, if I didn't ask to get her swaddled, she probably would have never thrown up. She's probably super tight. Yo, I felt so bad, and I thought it was my fault. And it's just like, no, it's nobody's fault. Actually, it's not even the fact that she was swaddled up. It's the fact that this is what babies do. They throw up, they spit up. Pero I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my goodness, this is my fault. I should have never asked the nurse to do this, because maybe she wouldn't have done it so tight. Like, I had this whole thing in my head about this shit, and that was the first time, like, I've experienced mom guilt. And I didn't know what it was exactly till somebody brought it up. They was like, yo, mom guilt, some real shit. Like, this is some real shit. So I know that throughout my whole mom journey, I've had conversation with different types of moms, and they tell me stuff like, yo, it be real. I don't know if dads experience it that badly as women do. If you are a dad and you're listening to the podcast, comment down below and let me know what you think too. What, like, if you guys experience dad guilt, because for some reason I don't know. I want to say yes, because let me tell you guys a little bit about Jay's experience, right? So Jay's experience, I don't know if he experiences the same to my extreme, which I don't think so. I think he's more calm about certain things. But when I know, this is like a dad guilt story. So I remember so we had, we brought her home already, right? She's been home, for like a couple months already. She's already a couple months in. And everybody's talking to us about, sleep training and not having her sleep with us, y esto y lo otro. Sleeping with your kid, like having your baby sleep in your bed, that is a whole nother world, because everybody got an opinion. It's just like the topic of formula versus breast milk, right? It's huge. Like, there's two sides of every story, and people are going to bat about it. So that's kind of like the same with the having your baby sleep with you. And so we're just like, yo, listen, we got this dakata. If you guys don't know what a dakata is, look that shit up. It's the most expensive pillow, I think. The most expensive pillow that I've seen, that I've bought, that is on my bed, that was on my bed, is about to be on my bed again, because I'm getting my money's worth. That you could buy for a kid, right? For a baby. So we had her in that, and that's where we would like just have her in the middle of the bed with us, just to make sure that we can wake up in the morning or wake up in the middle of the night, feed her, and she'll go back to sleep. Whatever the case is, it just kind of makes life easier for a parent, right? Because I don't know about you, but I don't got time to be getting up and going to a whole crib and a whole room. But let me tell you, I'm paying the consequences right now for it. But I didn't have time back in the day. Listen, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm used to sleeping. All right? I'm used to sleeping. When you have a kid, listen, that shit is the first thing to go out the door. All right? Is sleep. But, so anyways, we got used to just having her in the bed. But, people started talking to us about, how we should try to start moving her from the dakata to the bassinet. We had gotten the bassinet for the baby shower. And so we're there. I'm like, all right, listen, they're talking to us a lot about it, because they're like, a lot of people are telling me that, yo, we're going to have a hard time. We're going to pay back. We're going to have a really big price to pay if we don't accustom her to sleeping in her bassinet to then transition her to her crib. We're gonna have a hard time, babe. We gotta listen. People ain't talking out their ass for no reason. I understand everybody got an opinion, but vamos a hacer caso, loco. But now, so I started to try and just put her in her bassinet, right? The bassinet that we had was the type of bassinet that you can level to your bed. It opened up on the side so you can still have like that communication, that contact with the baby. You can just reach out. You don't really gotta do much. It's just an extension of your bed. That's the type of bassinet that we had. So I remember when I started putting her there, that's when she learned how to like pick up her head and stuff. So we would put her in there, and the first thing she do is pick up her head. And yo, pero que the type of looks these kids be giving us parents is just so like, nah, you got it, you got it, you got it, bro, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Because she would lift up her head, and it was her dad that she would be looking at. It wasn't even me, because I was the enemy, because she knew that I was the one putting her in that shit. So she would just look at her dad like, daddy, without saying daddy, because I'm telling you, she's like a couple months old. She's just learning how to pick up her head. And he would look at her and die. Like, he would literally just stare at her and just be so heartbroken. Like, yo, I was the villain in that bedroom, bro. He's like, nah, she can't be in there. It looks like she's in jail. We can't do that. We can't do that. And I'm like, yo, we have to remain strong because we're gonna pay the consequences. We're gonna pay. No, I don't care about no consequences. Da 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 da. This is like me and him going back and forth about it. So I'm just like, yo, just listen to me, bro. She's right here. She's okay. She's okay. She's just looking at you. She's not even crying. She's nothing. She'll lay down and just like move around a little bit and then pick up her head again, but she wasn't crying. She wasn't in pain. Nothing was going on. Pero él tenía this whole story in his head that she thought she was in jail, and know that this is not right, that she needed to be next to him, next to her, to us, in between us, that this is where she belongs. She did not belong in that bassinet. That bassinet was she was in trouble. Like, that was a bad thing. That was like a timeout type of situation. He had this whole thing in his head about it. And I'm like, I don't care. It's been several times where he would pick her up, put her in the bed with us, and he started like, he would wait for me to fall asleep, because I'm a fast sleeper. I'll fall asleep in seconds or microseconds, si me dejan. He would just wait like a couple of minutes till he know I'm in like a deep sleep, to go get up from his side of the bed, to go all the way around the bed, to pick this little girl up. Y ella, tú sabes, en coro con su papi. And then take her and put the DACA in between us and put her there. And then I will wake up to her like crying. And I'm just like, being that I'm, accustomed, like I fell asleep with her in the bassinet. I'm like reaching out for her in the bassinet. Like, yo, where's my kid? Da, da, da. And I look over, she's over here with the DACA y su papi, like chilling. And I'm looking at him like, bro, what's up? And that's like a form of dad guilt. Like, you thinking that your daughter's in jail because she's in a bassinet instead of in the middle of the bed with us? Like, you wildin', bro. You wildin'. Guess who paying the consequences for that shit right now? He is, because she gravitates to his ass when we sleeping. You feel me? I told him, I was like, yo, I tell him now every day. I remind him every day when he's like, yo, because esta tipa she is a karate chopping. All right? She karate chopping us at night. I'm getting into the habit of, she's getting her toddler bed. So we're going to get her into that mood, into that space where, baby, it's time for bed, da da da. We're gonna start that over once the new baby comes in, because I am not having 2 kids in my bed. All right. But we definitely, that was like a form of dad guilt. But I don't know. I don't think there's like another, like, I haven't seen that strong of a guilt. when it came to him and her, because or maybe I just don't see it, maybe I don't feel it or whatever. But that, I remember that was definitely like a form of guilt, like a dad guilt. So if you're a dad, let me know. Like, comment down below and tell me what kind of like guiltiness that you guys have had when it comes to your kid. But a mom guilt will leave you broke and crying. Will leave you broke and crying. Let me say that again. Mom guilt is gonna leave you broke and crying. I remember that no, but just the other day when I was filming my vlogs, I'm over here like, my goodness, my kid, she's not happy, she's not having fun. Oh my god, cause she's moping around or whatever. But it's regular, like, she's a human. You can't expect a kid or an adult or a human at that to be all jolly every day, all day. Like, that's not a thing, right? So obviously that makes me feel horrible at the fact that my kid is over here moping around. I feel like she don't have nothing to do. I'm like already hormonal on top of everything, and I'm looking at her and I'm like crying, like, oh my god, my kid, she's not happy, da 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 da. No, that's a form of mom guilt. Like, ain't nothing wrong with your kid. Your kid is fine. Give your kid a lollipop, put some cocoa melon on, get some drawing paper, they be good. It's like nothing is happening, all right? Because I remember when I came back from that trip, she was fine. She was chilling. Ella ni quería hacerme caso. Ella estaba harta de mí, de estar en el día entero conmigo in the streets and shit, like shopping and stuff. I remember for her birthday this year, oh my god, I think that was like one of the deepest mom guilts that I have had. And I didn't do a birthday party this year for her, right? Because, you know, it's the middle of the winter, bro. It's the middle of the winter, first of all. A lot is going on. I'm sure you guys already know what I'm talking about. And I'm not about to have a group of people put together, especially when a lot of cases are coming out, especially in our group. I'm not about to put a bunch of people together and then at the end of the day risk me getting sick, risk my kid getting sick, risk Jay getting sick, risk other people getting sick. I'm not about to do that. Like, it's not that crazy. But I kind of felt bad because I didn't have a birthday party for her this year. I'm like, damn, but this is like a time for us to gather together and celebrate her. Da 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 da. Y'all know the spiel. But we still made it what we could. Like, you know, everybody started reaching out to us. We FaceTime. We cut her a cake while on FaceTime with the family. We took her shopping. So we made up for not having a birthday party. But that broke my heart. And I remember at the fact that I knew I wasn't going to do a birthday party, I had one out. But with no intentions of buying anything for her, right? Because I already had it set in stone that we were going to take her shopping for her birthday. So I didn't need to pre-buy birthday gifts in my mind, right? Because I wanted her to have that experience of like taking her to the store and having her just pick out her own toys and select what she wants. You know, she's becoming that person where she kind of knows what she likes, what she doesn't like, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give her that experience in the store. Pero, because of mom guilt, Blueyeti historia. So, I go out because I'm like, we're also still like, you know, decorating our house and whatnot. But I'm budgeting myself, right? So I go to Home Goods, I spend like $50. Cool. I'm like, yo, I'm doing pretty good. I only spent $50. Like, I'm still within budget. I give myself $100 budget to go get whatever it is that I wanted to get for that week. So I went to Home Goods, $50. I'm like, yo, if I spend another $30, that'll be $70 and I'll be on the budget. Perfect, right? So I go to TJ Maxx. Eso fue un error. That was an error, bro. That was an error. I went to TJ Maxx and I'm like looking at stuff. I have my way of going around the store, right? First, I look at the purses, I look at the skincare, but I'm being very strict because I'm like, yo, I'm just here, window shopping. If you know me, you know that I'm a big window shopper. And let me tell you, I ain't scared of saying that, because the next day I'm going to go, or whenever I can, I'm going to go and buy what it is that I wanted, right? But anyway, that's a whole different story. So I say that all of that to say that I'm pretty good at looking at certain things and not buying it. Like, I'm pretty strict. If I go over there for home decor stuff, then that's what I'm getting. I'm not gonna go and spend home stuff on skincare or a purse or none of that stuff, like, I'm pretty well trained when it comes to that. At least I thought. So I go to TJ Maxx looking at the purses, the self-care, the skincare, all of that stuff, the loungewear, the gym stuff. You're taking my time. I ain't in no rush, feeling the vibes of the store. Get to the home decor and I'm like, all right, well, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. Being super picky about certain things, again, because I'm keeping it within budget. I gave myself a $30 budget to shop at TJ Maxx. I'm here picking out a few things for the house. I'm like, alright, this is within budget. I could get this. So I got like a few little items there. Tu sabes, porque TJ Maxx is pretty affordable. Especially like right after the holidays. They have a lot of clearance things and things on sale, whatever the case is. So then I get to like the kids section, right? So the kids section, I'm very picky about what I get her when it comes to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and those type of stores like that. I know that those are like pretty good places to get like white onesies for an affordable price. Like, I found Carter's. If you go to Bye Bye Baby, bro, you're getting onesies for like, I'm gonna say you're gonna get like a 5-piece onesie for like maybe $25, right? And there's come plenty of times where I go to TJ Maxx and I'm finding that same 5 set of onesies for like $10, $6, $7, right? Depending on the day, depending if they have clearance or a sale going on, whatever the case is, I know I found stuff like that on sale. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. They also have like pretty good like sippy cups, in my opinion. You could get like name brand sippy cups and stuff like that if you know like about your sippy cup game. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But then I hit the toy section, bro. Fue como que nadie compró nada ahí para la crema, right? Nobody bought toys in TJ Maxx for Christmas time because they had their toys stocked up. When I tell you stocked up, they had Barbie brand Barbies, because there's non-Barbie brand Barbies, which they also had. But they had Barbie brand Barbies for an affordable price. Like, how can you pass up on that? They had so many toys. Yo said, I know that I left there and I blew my budget. I ended up spending well above my limit for that day, for that week, right? On toys. Ask me where them toys is right now. Nowhere to be found. You want to know why? Because one of the toys, right? So my daughter doesn't like anything that's like robotic, right? She doesn't like the vacuum. She doesn't like anything that makes noise. Like, if you buy her a blow dryer and it has like that little blow dryer noise, she not fucking with that. She not playing with that, right? So Jay, like, he's like helping her open up this baby doll. I didn't notice that the doll made noise. Right? I didn't think to squeeze the doll. I don't know. It just didn't come to mind. And as he's taking it out of the packaging, he squeezes it and it makes noise. That was it. She didn't want nothing that I ended up buying her at TJ Maxx. And I think that is my most ridiculous thing that I have done as a mom because of mom guilt. Go off on buying toys to then come to find out she don't want the toys. None of the toys, not even the toys that aren't really related to the baby toy. She didn't want another toy. She was like, nah, you wildin', sis. I ain't fucking with none of that shit. And I'm not the type to go return shit, especially after you open it up, right? I'm not the type to do that. I don't know. It's just not there yet. And I was like, yo, all of this because of mom guilt. Because let alone if I would have been strict with myself and not let mom guilt, overpower me, I would have been good. I would have been chilling with my $70 budget, $20, to throw in the savings or whatever. Pero no, I blew the whole shit, bro, on fucking toys because I felt guilty at the fact that I wasn't throwing her a birthday party. That's crazy. Ain't that crazy, bro? And yes, I get it, guys. I only have one earring, but I had to take this one off because it was just doing too much to my ear. And I didn't want to be on some, fucking with my ear while I'm doing this podcast. Yo, it's mom guilt is gonna leave you broke, bro. That's what I mean about leave you broke. I know the other day, if you guys been keeping up with my vlogs and stuff, I've been talking a little bit about how I'm trying to find entertainment and things to keep my baby distracted so that when the new baby comes in, she's not feeling left out or anything like that. Just to have activities just to keep her entertained and start becoming independent on playing with her own toys, which she's pretty good at. So things of that nature, right? And I know that I went to Bye Bye Baby. I know that after that TJ Maxx thing, I started becoming real strict with how much I spend on the stuff I buy for her, because I'm not about to blow it all on toys she's not even gonna pay attention to, But I'll get her things that I know she might like. Like, I know she likes to play with hair, so we've gotten her like dolls with like hair, like doll heads or whatever, to play like hairstyle with, or whatever the case is. She likes to draw, so she has crayons and coloring books. You guys saw that I bought her like a painting and canvases so that she could paint and stuff. But lately I've been cleaning a lot. Again, if you guys been watching my YouTube videos, I've been cleaning a lot. So she's picking up on that. And she sees me sweeping or whatever the case is. Well, before I got my Tanego or whatever. But she used to see me sweeping a lot, so she will always come and try to grab the broom and like try to sweep herself and everything. So I'm walking at Bye Bye Baby one day because, I'm looking at stuff. I'm pricing out stuff for this new baby. And I see that they have like a little broom set, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm here like contemplating. I know that in the cameras, because that's the first thing I think about. Whoever is employed in that store and they got access to the security cameras probably be laughing at all the stupid shit that we be doing in the stores. So I'm here like going pasting back and forth like, yo, maybe should I get this? Is it worth it? Like, I don't know, because I already had other stuff. Like, I already had other toys for her. And plus I had ordered some Amazon stuff for her too. So I'm like, yo, like, keeping that budget in mind and being super strict about it. But I'm like, yo, it's not even that much money. It's like maybe $12. Let me just get it. It's more affordable than the kit that they had at Target, because I'm looking at that type of stuff too. So I'm like, you know what? I finally gave in. right? Finally gave in and bought her this broom set with the little duster, whatever you call that. Yo, so I bring it to her. I'm like, Titi, look at what I bought for you. Da 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 da. Y'all can say da 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 da. I'm so sorry, guys, but this is just how I talk. Titi, look at what I bought for you. She's super excited. But do you think that she's using this broom to sweep? Nah, she's using this broom to hit us in the head with it. Again, mom guilt. And let alone if I would have not bought it for her because I felt guilty about, I know this is something she really loves. I know she's going to appreciate it. Que sé yo cuando. If I would have known that she was going to be hitting me with this shit like I'm misbehaving, I would have never bought it for her. Again, this is what mom guilt does. Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy to me. Mom guilt has had me crying, like, oh my God. Pero de la nada, especially now, I'm just like, sometimes I'll look at my daughter, she'll be happy, like super happy and like joyful, jumping around, and I'll just stare at her and just start like, oh my God, how can I be a better mom? Da 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 da. And I'm just like, why are you like killing yourself like this? Like, not killing yourself, but like, why are you tormenting yourself? Why are you tormenting yourself thinking about stuff that's not happening? Thinking about nothing. Your daughter is here jumping around super happy and joyful, and like she's just having a good ass time, and you over here thinking about you being a bad mom? What in that situation makes you think that you're being a bad mom? Like, why are you overthinking that? And that is what freaking mom guilt is. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. At the fact that I'm talking about my experience. I don't know about y'all experience. Comment down below. Let me know what your experience is. But I know that there's been times where like I am exhausted and I need that. Sometimes I just need to be alone, right? And my alone time, as I told you guys, if you guys go back to listen to my stay-at-home moms, my alone times are my shower times, my times I take the shower, right? But sometimes I do take alone time in going to the stores, and whether that's just me, like, Jay just gave me the day, like on usually Saturdays those are like my days to where if I want to just like go out real quick or do my own thing or like food shopping or whatever the case is, he gives me usually Saturdays to just chill. If I want to go hang out with some friends, if I just want to be alone, if I just want to work on my craft, which is my YouTube, my editing, my podcast, if I want to go out just to be by myself, just because he just knows, right? He gives me Saturdays. Saturdays is the day for me. And just at the fact of thinking that I'm leaving my kid, because I'm just like, yo, I'm really about to leave my kid. Like, why? Why are you going to leave your kid? Why are you going to leave your kid? What is your kid doing? Why is your kid so... Like, your kid is not even annoying to you. Why are you leaving your kid? Take your kid with you. Like, I'll just maybe simply want to go, like, again, I love to go to TJ Maxx. I love to go to Marshall's. I love to go to those type of stores and just vibe out. That's me time. That's self-care for me. Whether I'm buying something or not, that's a form of self-care for me. But the fact that I don't have my kid with me, it's like, nah, I can't do it. Like, what is she doing? Is she okay? I'm always... the minute I leave my house, I'm FaceTiming. She okay? She good? And he be so tight because he be like, yo, bro, like, we're sleeping. We're fine. We're okay. before I leave, I make sure that she has food, that she like try to make it super easy for him, just so that I know that she's okay. Why? Because that's mom guilt. Not because I don't think he's capable of doing it, but it's mom guilt. I feel guilty. If I don't leave for her some food before I leave, I feel guilty. If I don't change her diaper before I leave, I feel guilty. Why? Her dad is well capable of doing that type of shit. But it makes me feel good because I feel guilty if I don't do it. Right? Feel guilty if I don't do it. And it's just it's so crazy. When it comes to eating, oh my goodness, when it comes to eating. Listen, kids are going to be picky eaters regardless. You know, amen to you if your kid is not a picky eater, but most kids are picky eaters. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. That's just a kid being a kid. And it's like, yo, I be like, oh my God, going through it because I'm like, yo, I'm not a good mom. I don't know what to feed my kid. She don't like nothing. Da, da, da. Like on the days where she's just not with it, like where she just wants something as simple as yogurt for lunch, I'm just like, no, this is not enough. You're not going to eat. Like, oh my God, you're starving. I don't know what to feed you. That is mom guilt. Sis, just give her what she wants. Call it a day. Chillax. What are you stressing over? I know my friends. I've asked some of my friends, what's their ridiculous story? And one of my friends is like, yo, I remember I drove like right before Dollar Tree closed. Oh yeah, Dollar Tree. I ain't even gonna get into the topic of Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is a trap, y'all. It's a trap. Especially when it comes to kids. She's like, yo, I remember one night I drove to Dollar Tree right before they closed because my kid was crying and I needed to get a toy for him. I needed to get a toy from him. Instead of just like trying to soothe him and figure out why he's crying, que le está molestando, like what's bothering him. No, the first thing she thought, she's like, I gotta drive to Dollar Tree. La tipa seguro estaba quemándose todas las luces to go buy a freaking toy. Are you serious? And it be that serious. It be that serious. I completely understand how, yo, the other day I went to Dollar Tree, and because in my mind shit is $1, because in my mind shit is $1, I let my daughter, oh, you like this? Okay, let's put it in the car. Oh, you like that? Okay, let's put it in the car. Get you everything. Why? Because it's $1. But let me tell you, $1 adds up. All right? I never spend that much money in Dollar Tree. Let me just put it like that. Or for nothing. Porque ella ni caso le hace. She ain't even paying attention to nothing that I bought her now. That's why people tell you like, yo, yeah, buy toys for your kids. But if you want to buy a toy for your kid, one, think about if it's educational. Because that will go a long way. Like, you know, you obviously want your kid to learn at the same time as they're enjoying stuff. But it don't make no sense to go off and splurge on your kid when it comes to toys, because at the end of the day, they're going to play with it for 2 seconds and then it's going to be out the door. Así mismo with iPads, bro. I brought my daughter an iPad for Christmas. We bought her an iPad for Christmas because she's always like on her phone. She likes to watch Coco Melon. And listen, I ain't got time to watch Coco Melon all day on my TV. I just don't got it in me. No. But I want her to enjoy her show, so I got her own device. You think that she be wanting to watch Coco Melon on that iPad? No. She wants to watch it on mommy's phone. She wants to watch it on daddy's phone. Everywhere but the damn iPad. So it's like, yo. But it's, Dime, like, what are you gonna do? It's uncontrollable. It's uncontrollable. And I just want to know, so my daughter is 2 years old now, right? I'm speaking from that perspective of a toddler. If you guys have older kids, whether your kids is 25 years old, they a whole adult. Like, is mom guilt still a thing at that age? Or if your kid is a teenager, is mom guilt still a thing at that age? Like, do you? And you know what's another thing? Disciplining your kid. Mom guilt gets in the way of disciplining your kid. It's so easy to tell somebody, yo, you gotta beat your kid's ass. They getting crazy, you gotta discipline them. It ain't that easy, baby. It is not that easy. I remember, and I know this how my mom had mom guilt. Because when my mom used to beat my ass because I would do something I wasn't supposed to be doing, I know she on the phone with all her sisters. Yo, I just beat this girl ass and I'm about to cry. Like, I don't know what I did. I don't know why I did that. I could have maybe went another way about it. Like, I will hear her have these conversations. She'll feel super guilty for like beating my ass, disciplining me for something I did wrong. Right? And that was the old school. I know some of y'all got stories where your mother beat your ass because you did something wrong and now she's feeling super guilty. That's especially Dominicans. Because if your mom is Dominican, you know that call is going to DR real quick right after that ass beating. To let the family know what the fuck you did and what the fuck she did to you and how she feels so bad about what she did. But where was the mom guilt before you beat my ass? You wasn't thinking about being guilty about beating my ass before you beat my ass, ma. Nah, but it's real. Like, disciplining your kid is hard when you have mom guilt. Because it's like, yo, like, because now you're thinking, yo, was it really that bad? And I'm not even talking about beating your kid's ass. I'm talking about just disciplining them. Like, telling them, no, you can't do this. Or putting them on a timeout. Or showing them some form of consequences for their actions when their actions aren't right, you know? It's just like, is it really that serious? Yes, it is that serious. Especially if your kid is not behaving right. If your kid is misbehaving and you're not correcting it, they're not gonna change that unless you say something about it. And the last thing you need is somebody else to correct you, because then you added some other shit, some other drama. But mom guilt gets in the way of that. Mom guilt gets in the way of that. And you know what adds on to mom guilt? Grandmas. You know, my mother spoils my daughter. Ain't no way around that. Ain't no mom ain't no. Ain't nothing. When my mom comes to my house to visit, it's like I gotta retrain my kid. Because my mom spoils this little girl to the max. I've trained my daughter to go down the stairs, to go up and down the stairs, because, you know, I knew obviously I was gonna get bigger and bigger. I can't be carrying her around up and down the stairs while I'm pregnant, and I'm definitely not gonna be able to carry her and this other baby once the baby gets here. So I'm like, yo, we're not gonna put no rails on the stairs. We're just gonna train her we're gonna teach her how to go up and down the stairs, right? So we did that. We did it. My mom gets here. My mom carries her up and down the stairs. For a week after my mom leaves my house, every time she goes, I have to basically teach this little girl, like, yo, grandma not here, right? You gotta go down the stairs like I do, all right? Ain't nobody here to carry me around. Sorry, baby. And it's just hard because, like, yo, am I being bad? Like, oh my God, no. Like, is my mom better than me? Da, da, da. But no, that's just mom guilt. And trust me, I appreciate when my mom is here. My mom could do whatever she wants with my kid, because my mom loves her to the max. This is her third daughter that she never had, and that's her baby. But it's like, yo, I gotta retrain her because she gets so accustomed. And the fact that I'm retraining her, it makes me feel guilty at the fact that I'm telling her, no, you have to go down the stairs yourself. I'm not taking you down the stairs. And it's just to benefit the both of us. Like, you need to learn how to go down the stairs so you're not stuck whenever mommy and daddy are going up and down the stairs, because she loves to follow us around. And obviously it's beneficial for me because then I just gotta carry that one baby once she gets here down the stairs. You no tengo que estar con ese traqueteo that I gotta go downstairs, bring one down, then come back upstairs to bring the other one down. So it's just like, yo, son, it's a whole book you could write on this. It's a whole book you can write on this. And again, comment down below if your kids are in their preteen, in their teenage years, adulthood. Comment down below and let me know if mom guilt is still a thing. 'Cause somebody told me that the worries that you have, the worries that you get once you become a mom, don't go away. They just move from stage to stage as your kid gets older. So I want to know if that mom guilt follows along throughout all these years, because we got a long thing coming. And I want to know, I'm curious to know for those parents who have more than one kid, like, how does that guilt change? Because I know that guilt's about to be crazy. Because I know if I get something for one, I gotta get it for the other one, right? Like, if they can't share, but like, I'm gonna have to get it for them. I already see it coming. And with Jay, is I ain't even gonna talk to him about it, because there's no talking to him about it. Because he's gonna be like, nah. I got this for her. She's gonna have her own. Que te con lo otro. I'm gonna just be looking at him like, we're gonna be broke for real. We're gonna be broke for real. And I told him, like, I'm sitting down with him now. Listen, this little girl ain't touching my bed. And this other little girl is gonna get out my bed. Okay? I'm talking to him now because I know this little girl is gonna come in. And I'm not gonna have no say. I barely have a say now because my daughter took over. So imagine two. But yeah, let me know how that works out when it comes to multiple kids, because I could only imagine. And again, for the dads, comment down below. Let me know if that guilt is as real as mom guilt. If that guilt is a thing. I think it is. I've seen Jason, like I told you guys in that little story earlier. I think he has experienced that. Yo, it'd be the funniest thing when it comes to dads and daughters. If you have a daughter, just sit down for a second. Just watch her dad interact with her. See how bossy. That's how you know how bossy your daughter is when it comes to her daddy. Because I know I sit back and I just look at my daughter. And I'll be looking at Jay like, you're not the same man I met. This little girl got more than just wrapped around your finger, alright? She got you more than just wrapped around your finger, bro. But anyways, let me just leave this podcast right here. I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic of mom guilt. Like I said, if you're an auntie or if you're a friend, and you have a real special bond with a baby or a toddler or a kid in your life, and you experience these type of guilts, comment down below. Let me know your experiences too. For the dads out there, let me know your experience. I know these kids be killing y'all too, but I want to know how deep it is for you guys. I want to know how deep it is, if it's as deep as mom guilt. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Share these videos. Hit me up with more topics. If you guys have topics for me to talk about, you can go ahead and email me at SmacktalkDanii@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at SmacktalkDanii. Listen to my Spotify. Listen to my podcast on Spotify, Smack Talk Danii. And again, thank you guys for supporting me. And I can't wait to deliver more. Bye.